Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a video on, well, Doctor Who, surprisingly enough, called How to Save Doctor Who. Now, to be fair, this was ideally supposed to be uploaded and or recorded and or be a thing on my channel during the Dark Ages. Also known as 2016, where basically I sort of halfway through the year-ish, kind of maybe sort of, my enthusiasm for Doctor Who had just dipped to an all-time low. I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and be proactive about this. If I was the showrunner, how would I be able to save the show and or make it as good as I think it could be and or should be, should I say. So this isn't a reflection on Series 10 before anyone comments below, you hated Series 10, you're a Stephen Moffat hater, go fuck yourself or whatever. You know, I enjoyed Series 10. Series 10 has been really good, and that even if I haven't talked much about it on my channel, I do have an idea for a Series 10 related video later down the line, but whether or not I do that, I have no idea. Or whether or not that comes into fruition anytime soon, I have no idea, so don't get too excited about that. But also, as I say, yeah, this was just sort of around July, Augusty time last year, and I was just getting, yeah, it was leading up to, ironically, 2016's Sheffield Comic Con, where I ended up meeting Katie Manning, and holy shit, yeah, that definitely got me obviously out of the rut that is, yeah, not being passionate about the show, or leading up to it. Like, it was weird, it was like depleting down, rock bottom, sort of went back up a bit-ish, kind of. It was at such a point where I was like literally waking up, and I was just like looking around my room and seeing the posters and stuff, like that one in particular, and just being like, for fuck's sake, why do I even bother? Like, I just wanted to get rid of all of, well, not why do I even bother, but why do I even like this show? It's so shit right now. And I just wanted to get rid of everything in my room that is Doctor Who related, which is a lot of stuff, by the way. And not to be like bragging, but the thing is, as I say, we just had Husbands of Ripper Song and then Hellbent, which, yeah, is its own video in its own right, which, again, that's another thing that I've been toying with, doing a video on how Hellbent broke my enthusiasm about the show, or about Doctor Who, or how Hellbent almost stopped me watching Doctor Who. Yeah, something titled like that, something dramatic to get the point at home. But to be fair, I guess in retrospect, I can kind of see why now, in retrospect, both Epic Who and Who Edits Reviews, like James from there, and a bunch of other YouTubery, or Who-tubers as they're referred to as, ended up sort of saying and or posting videos that were not too particularly positive and or a bit, well, not even toxic, but they were just down in the dumps about the show, and a lot of people were, I think, then. So you gotta sort of cast your mind back to a time before Series 10, so this is what I would do prior to Series 10, or how I would have sort of, yeah, helped Doctor Who get better. Granted, it is really good, or it's been in a good place now with this past series, but yeah, so which is great, but yeah. So yeah, I got 5 ways of trying to save it. So in at number 5, you've got market more aggressively on all platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and TV. Now I think with Series 9, they ended up doing a lot on YouTube, but nowhere else really, or maybe Facebook and Twitter, but yeah, TV was just nowhere to be seen, and I think a big part of your demographic is still watching it on TV, and is still on TV platforms, you know. It's a family show. At the end of the day, the parents are going to be where the TV's at, more than likely, and you watch it on TV. Yes, your kids and your teenagers are, and your young adults are on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, but there are other people who might not be, even though, you know, do you know what I mean, like, fall through the cracks. Yeah, there are a few here and there that people that I've met along my journey that is life, who have said, you know, they don't have Facebook, or they don't have Twitter. Twitter isn't that massively popular, I don't think, in contrast to Facebook, but Facebook has more I don't know, mainstream, but then therefore has more people are aware of the negative repercussions of Facebook, whereas less people are with Twitter, I would say. But Twitter is less popular, I guess, because you're not actually adding people. You're adding just like sort of celebrities and just following people that you like who do stuff. So people like in the games industry for me as a gamer, and or people who, yeah, make Doctor Who and or, you know, TV shows like The Community, Dan Harmon, I love you. But yeah, all platforms. So it's aggressively, yeah, marketed on all of them. So you're covering all your bases. You're getting everyone to know where when Doctor Who's on and how they can watch it and stuff and that, and you know, they can easily share it online and all that, but also watch it, you know, on TV. I missed pretty much most of the advertisements for Series 10 on TV. Never caught one. Always had to usually end up watching it on YouTube, which is kind of annoying. Number 4. Look to the past less and look forward more, which I've heard Chris Chibnall say that he's going to be doing that. He's going to be he's not going to be bringing back a lot of monsters, a lot, and or enemies of the Doctor, which is, I am 50-50 on that. Like, I do like them bringing back monsters and or stuff, but if they do it well, like Series 9, they had a shit ton. Then again, in retrospect, I think you can, in Stephen Moffat's defense, I think you can account that for the fact that he thought Husbands of Riversong was going to be the last series he was going to do, or episode, should I say. So then, Series 9, maybe that's why there's so many, you know, stuff back, you know, the Zygons, Davros, Daleks, you know, the Time Lords, you know, you got a shit ton of stuff back from the past, really. Whereas with Series 10, way less so. You've got the Daleks as a cameo, you've got the Ice Warriors, you've got, what else? Ice Warriors, Cybermen, Daleks as a cameo, the Master, that's about it, really. You know, way less, I thought, anyway. Or it was spread out more, definitely. So, but yeah, just look forward more and back less, back into the past less. You know, it's nice to have a few cameos here and there and a few things here and there. But I was going to do a video separately from this about, the sort of, you know, should Doctor Who bring stuff back to the classic series and is it a good thing type video. So I could still do that, but I don't know. In at number 3, routine airing date / framework. So sort of figure out where best it is to have the series and then make the dates or air dates, like make it clear when it's airing and make it clear when, you know, like framework it, like make a solid framework, you know. Like I just remember Series 8, I just remember that sort of airing sort of partway through August, I think, and I think that's why it got such bad low viewing figures, because let's be honest, most people were on holiday probably still, and that, whereas with Series 9, that started in September, so like 19th of September I want to say, so a lot of people would have just got back from school, primary school, secondary school, college, whatever, you know, and all, I guess, well, I was going to say work, but work doesn't work like that, but, you know, so that was quite, yeah, intense, or quite, you know, like, you're never sure when it's on, and they always change it, you know, series by series, and I think they really need to get sort of a framework where, you know, series 11, 12, and, I don't know, 13 are all on the same date, like, you know, airing wise, and not the time, but the time is roughly about the same, which Series 10 hasn't been too bad for doing that. In at number 2, have a well thought out overall story arc. Bloody hell, Series 9 did not have a good story arc. We all know this. Series 6 didn't have a good overall story arc, and they need to sort of, yeah, plot out from beginning, middle, and end a good story arc that just has a beginning, middle, and end, and that's it. That's, you know, like, don't make it too complex, but don't make it too basic by the same way. And in at number 1, I think the most important one of recent years. Have a set identity for the new Doctor / character arc. So plan out what you think this Doctor can be like and why he can be like that, and you know, do you know what I mean? Like, make him feel like he has a purpose or a sort of thing about him that makes him him, you know? Like, a lot of people at the time were like, oh god, Matt Smith's Doctor's so childlike, oh, this is so annoying. And now it's like, in retrospect, I really like the fact that Matt Smith was very childlike. It was a characteristic, yeah, because the 12th Doctor, most of the time, didn't really have a distinctive characteristic and or character trait. You know, describe the 12th Doctor to me in one word. It's very difficult. Describe the 9th, 10th and 11th Doctor in one word. It's a lot easier. I've done a video on my channel that you might want to check out, that's called Who is the 12th Doctor? And yeah, basically I go in more depth about who the hell is the 12th Doctor. But yeah, I think whoever the new Doctor is, they need to plot out a character arc from the beginning of his run to the end, and just think as well, like, what directions they want to take him in, or you know, what can happen, and if things happen in episodes like, say, the Doctor goes blind again, what are the ramifications of that, and how does that emotionally make him feel, and that as well, you know, going on these adventures, surely he must feel stuff, and even if he does feel it in a different way, and now articulate them in a different way, show that, you know. But yeah, just don't do a 12th Doctor honours, which is such a shame to say, because I adore Peter Capaldi's Doctor, or Peter Capaldi's acting, and I think he's a brilliant actor, and he's done superb with the role, and superb with what he's been given, but what he's been given hasn't always been to his high standards of acting, which is the problem, I think, you know. Again, find out who the Doctor is, find out who's playing the Doctor, who that then means he is in this incarnation, and write appropriate stories for him. Don't just write things you would write for the previous Doctor, like the 12th Doctor, like you did with Series 8 and or, less so 9, but definitely with Series 8, you know, with like Robots of Sherwood and In the Forest of the Night. You know, they would have been they wouldn't have been better Matt Smith stories, but they were Matt Smith stories and that. Whereas with the 12th Doctor, yeah, it just doesn't work as much. It felt odd, it felt weird, it felt forced, it felt differently. Yeah, the story clashed with the main character, making for just an awkwardly odd situation and an uncomfortable one as a viewer. Please don't make that mistake again. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.